My pet rabbit. Do you like it? But this video isn't about rabbits, it's about tortoises, or tortoises and turtles. This is a little transformer from AM Toys from 30 years ago. And small children love soft toys, they can do this. So the tortoise, they realise, a little amble like that when it's walking along. Whereas a rabbit, and they just flip it like that to make it into a rabbit, we go hoppty, 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 hoppty. And the child will have great fun there. And then they just say, rabbit, tortoise, rabbit, 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 etc. So I've seen children playing like that with it when I first introduced it in the late 80s. So it's a very, very sweet little idea. But I'm particularly looking at these things here and find I've got in my collection a tribe of tortoises and turtles. So that's just the first one. Let me show you the second one, which is a very clever idea picked up in New York about 30 years ago. It's a turtle depicted on a funny looking top, a spinning top. Would you believe this is actually a tippy top, which when it's performing should turn right over and spin upside down? Curiously enough, it does spin sort of upside down, but doesn't spin on its spindle upside down. It's got so much energy lost making it turn. So let's have a go. It should spin over. It's now halfway over and it's going to fall down, but it won't spin on its stalk. Very strange. What a strange idea. I've never seen it any other, except that one year, sometime in the late 1990s in New York for the toy fair. They made it a turtle because apparently it was to practice in the South Pacific. When you catch a turtle and you want several of them, you turn it upside down so it's helpless, and then go and pick up some more companions, and then come back to the original one and put it in your bag and take it home or whatever. You know, it's very interesting that they are helpless when they're upside down. So that's an interesting one. And here's another turtle which I've had on the website. It's Grand Illusion stuff here. It's Vladimir Krasnikov invented this in 1998. And it features two turtles or tortoises, can't tell which really, which do something quite normal. Just spin round and round and round when you do that. And if you get them trying to face one outwards like that, again, they'll still do nothing particularly interesting. They'll just spin round and round and round. But this is a rattleback. So when you put one in one direction and the other in the reverse direction, and now something quite magical happens because it acts like a rattleback, which means if I do it that way, it'll just spin. But if I spin this way, it'll rattle back and turn round the other way. Extraordinary, isn't it? Rattle, 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 rattle. If I spin it this way, it almost immediately stops, rattles and turns back again. This one is so well made that if you notice it goes from side to side when it's doing its reverse. If I do it the other way so it spins along, if you watch it for another few seconds, you find it does start to rattle but end to end, and now it does still do a reversal. There we are, it's reversing because it's so well made, and sometimes it's now quivering side to side and it does a very slight movement that way as well. So they are remarkable when they're well made, how many reversals they do. But this was a beautiful object. We've had very good sales with it for many, many years from Krasnikov, and I'm so pleased to have it. So the turtle rattleback and now a turtle tippy top, two very exotic spinners in my collection. Here's something very beautiful. Look at this. It's a box with something inside it, which when I open it up like this is revealed. Oh dear, this is a turtle, but a golden turtle. Isn't that beautiful? Quivering away. On the side here is a little pebble and some sort of plant growth on the riverside, looks like. And this is probably at a pond or somewhere where turtles, or close to the sea where turtles would be found. But the colour is beautiful, it's stunning. Put it back and then poof. Don't know what this means. Love to get a translation of it. Here's a bizarre one I picked up very early one. It's I wouldn't have known without this bit at the top, which is a little baby tortoise, that it was actually a tortoise. This bottom one is supposed to be the mother, but it does a most peculiar action. Very, very unlike a real tortoise actually. But I'll have to do it anyway, just for a bit of fun. Here we go. I had never seen that before. I'd never seen a baby tortoise riding on its mother's back, and I've never seen an action like that, which is most peculiar. So it's something with imagination needed, but if I were a child, I wouldn't worry about that. It's a wind-up, so that means the fun of making it work. Bizarre. And there's another one here which is getting a bit old, so it's one of these squeezy ones. I've taken the elastic band off now and shown that it's got a red tongue. When I squeeze the tongue, it pops out. Oh goodness, look at that! It's like a balloon inside there, and when you do that, it makes the tongue come out and unroll. It should actually roll up completely, but it's such an age like this, and of course rubber perishes after a while. It just about does that. So it is a turtle or a tortoise, probably tortoise actually, and it has a tongue that's, well, doing funny things. Here's a very bizarre thing. I think I actually picked it up in Germany, according to the thing on the base. It talks about Deutschmarks on the base there. It's a family of tortoises. There's baby and riding on the mother's back, on granny, on great granny, and great. A whole family tree almost of tortoises, and they're all with waggly heads. Well, most of them, the top two, the mother and the baby, she's too preoccupied and he's too young to learn to waggle his head. But all made of seashells. Isn't that extraordinary? Wonderful bit of artwork on it. I've never seen a family of tortoises like that before. Very, very inventive. So, great thing to have. In the last item, there's a marvellous plastic toy, which is completely unexpected because it's got a pistol there, and the mouth opens, but it's one of these, unfortunately. You ready? Ooh, yes, it's a water pistol. Woof, makes a bit of a mess too. But that's a very clever action, isn't it? I love the idea of the jaws opening like that and the water shooting out from the jaws. Very clever action indeed. And it's the rest of it, there's a filling point on the back of its shell there. And then, well, boom, boom, coop myself down. So I'm looking for a few more of these, tortoises and turtles, TTs I call them. And I'm beginning to feel that there might be just a few more for me to be able to show you at another time, perhaps. But this is my favourite one, I think. It's a lovely idea. Woo!